Alright, when you first start up, you're going to have a bunch of alarms. F1 clears that one. F1 clears that one. Clears that one. You're going to have all your sensors that are found when it first starts up. Okay, that. Down here in the corner, this switches our pages. Okay, first thing we're going to do, we're going to go to our fan settings. Click the button. Fan enabled. No, we're not going to run the fan, so you want the fan sensor turned off so it just doesn't keep sending you alarms that pop up the whole time and beep. Okay, that. Next thing you're going to do, you're going to come down here, sensor page 3, and we're going to go to application rate calibration. Shaft 1, shaft 2, shaft 3. So you're not using shaft 2, so don't worry about that one. Now it's all going to be zeros. You want it to be zeros every time you start a new test. So we're going to click on shaft 1. That's where the oats is going. Now from here, this is where you'll go back and you'll have your bin and everything already tied on and your preset rate from the book. The rate chart manual. Single flight auger, not the double flight auger. First half of the book is all imperial units, and if you go in the back, it'll show you metric. So if you're reading the metric ones, all your numbers are going to be off. Now you're going to know your weight. Now it's a high range, so we're just going to look at how many pounds per acre we want. So probably somewhere in here, I imagine. So you'll go back and you'll put it on 37. That's if you want 92 pounds. Now you're going to drive around, fill your bucket. Make sure you turn off any of the other transmissions that you don't want spinning. Make sure they're zeroed. Once you finish your test, you're going to come back in here and it's going to have a number by the revolutions. It'll say it went around 100 times or 90 times or whatever, however many times it's spun. Now we're just going to come in here to, well, sorry, we're going to go, once we finish that, we'll have revolutions. Then we go back, take your pail, hang it on the scale, minus the weight of the pail, and then write all your numbers down as you go so you don't forget the before weight and after weight minusing the scale. Once you have that subtracted weight, we just click on this and we punch it in. But this is the stupid part. You have to hit the enter button. Now we got 22 pounds. And it'll tell you what your rate is right here. That number will change. And that's the number you'll go off of. If it's close to what you want, 102 pounds, 87 pounds, you'll know if you need to go up or down automatically. But from there, we go back to our chart book, and in the very beginning, there it is. You'll see the alfalfa page, and it's just on the back side of the other one. So now we got our calculation. It's the top one here. So you put the rate you want, just 92 pounds or whatever, times the transmission setting, which I think we said it was 37, divide it by the calibrated rate, which will be the nominal rate that we found, and that will give you your new transmission setting. So then you can go back to the cart and change the setting. Remember, you're not using any fan, so don't turn the fan on. These levers are just for the stationary calibration mode. So as long as you don't turn the fan on, you don't have to fucking touch these at all. If you want to, I don't know, run the pump for some reason other than that, you can turn this off and that'll turn the fan off. So yeah, now we'll come back here. You have to put it to, you'll have to put on the black box in the cab, you'll have to put it to the cart, or these buttons don't do nothing. So once you have your tank that you've gotten set, I don't know, wherever it is around here somewhere, whatever you figure, I don't know, just write your number there, and that tank is calibrated. We don't have to do anything more with that tank. You're probably going to want to adjust the fertilizer. Right now it's at 125 pounds at 70. So I mean, the rear tank should be fairly accurate on the dial. Or no, sorry. The rear tank won't be accurate because we were calibrating the front tank. So the number in the cab will not represent what you're showing on the screen unless you calibrate it like we just did with the first one. So we didn't have the number we wanted, so we're back in the cab and we're going to do a second test. We're going to hit OK, and this will show revolutions because that one's been calibrated, but it's the wrong calibration. So to get it back to 0, we're just going to hit done, and we're going to go back into the application rate, and now they'll all be zeroed again. It still remembers the number you put in last time. All it does is reset the revolutions. So we're happy with it, so we're not worried about it. But we want to do shaft 2. Same thing, go in. You can do 3 of them at the same time, Every time you're done with the calibration, you just hit OK and it'll bring you that, and it'll show you the revolutions. You can do all 3 tanks. We're not going to do anything with 2, so while I'm here I'll just disable that. We're going to go back. We're going to go to our shaft settings. Shaft 1's enabled. We're going to click on shaft 2. Enable the shaft sensor. No. And we're going to go down to OK. And now we'll see that shaft is turned off. Like, it ain't going to read it, so it's grayed out. But we also don't need it telling us that the bin is low. So we're going to go to bin 2, enable, no. There. See, now, so it's bin 2 is locked out. But it'll still move, but if we want it to, but we're going to go get rid of that right now. It's 3-stage switch, middle, down. We could do it from the cab. Some of them, I don't know, I haven't played with them in the cab this year. Shaft 2 is turned off. Okay, there we go. That's it. That's how you do it. Just make sure that anything you're calibrating will turn if the transmission's on. So anything you don't want to calibrate, if you want to do one at a time, just make sure you write down the number you want and then zero it like we did on this one, so the transmission doesn't turn, or you'll be dumping seed into the tube down there and plug up the auger.